I'm Ode. That's Vicky. I'm me. You're you. We are we.
Oh my god, that was so corny.
The You, Me, We
goodness.
podcast.
Welcome to the You, Me, We podcast. I'm Vicky.
And I'm Ode.
And
And
we actually should have aired an episode last week. We're off by like 3 or 4 weeks now.
nah, 1 week.
Yeah.
We missed last week and that was it.
No, we missed 2 weeks before that. Remember?
No, but
We had a bad.
But we're not off. We're just whatever.
Yeah.
We missed last week, but we have.
And I think we mentioned the episode number last week.
We'll take it out.
Yeah. Okay, so then this is episode 38
Mm-hmm.
of the You, Me, We podcast. And thank you for coming back to listen. As you may or may not be aware of what has recently transpired,
Ow.
I'm a fiance now.
You want
And-
a round of applause?
Absolutely, I want a round of applause. I want some Beyonce singing in the back.
Going too far now. Okay. All right. Don't need all that.
Ode proposed, and I accepted.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people want to hear about the story, like what happened, like
First
how
of
did
all,
this happen?
Can I ask people to put some respect on my name for those who thought I was joking or thought we were.
No, for real. You joke a lot, and I think you don't know.
But I wouldn't be that heartless
And
of a
then-
guy
and
to
then
joke
I
about something
was-
like that.
I am a jokester by association because I'm not really a jokester, but because you are such a
People were
jokester,
like,
everybody thought that I was in on it too.
They were like, I'm not going to believe it till I see the full video. I was like, why would I? First of all,
Not only that, or I'm holding off until I see a ring because you're playing too much.
you yourself asked me. He's like, are you serious? I was like,
Yeah, it's
why
true.
Would I joke?
I also did ask Ode like at least 4 times. Like, are you sure? Are you serious? Because he jokes a lot.
Let's go back for listeners who probably came in later on in our episodes, or people or listeners who this is their first episode. They might
Yeah.
not know some backstory regarding, like, you know, your whining and desperation for a ring. I'm just trying to give people the backstory on why this is monumentous.
That was so disrespectful.
I even thought I was talking to Mean Gene at Mean Gene Muscle on Instagram,
Mhm.
and he too was also he too has also done 10 years hard time, and he recently got engaged, and him and I were like, all they had to do was shut up and be patient, and they both got their rings.
You are both so annoying.
You want to get my ring back?
No, I told
my
no.
ring.
I specifically said, "Are you sure? Because you're not getting this back."
Okay, so backstory for those who are first-time listeners, or they might not know the full, you know, history of us regarding us being together and us being eventually married.
Yeah. So I guess like the quick backstory is me and Ode have been together for 9 years. And
9
9
years,
years.
hard time.
anyways,
I could do a bid.
we've been together for 9 years, and
Mhm.
I very recently started to get very impatient about a ring.
Impatient. Okay.
Yeah. Ode says
No.
desperate. I say impatient.
Annoying.
And that was actually our first episode. When are we gonna get married?
Or I think it was called Why We're Not Married.
Why we're not
Yeah,
married?
Yeah.
And I mean, there was. I mean, we've had this conversation before. How like, it's funny to ask and it's funny to joke, but in reality, if people aren't married, there's a reason. Like if they're not engaged, there's a reason.
Mhm. For some people, it's that it's just not their time yet, or
Yeah, like for some people,
they're just not ready.
yeah, they're
Or
just
there's
not
more.
ready. Yeah. So, you know, that was the thing. Like I was just growing really impatient. I was like, I'm about to make double number years with you.
You're welcome.
You know, now we have a kid, we have a home. And I
You're
just, like,
welcome. You're welcome.
going on and on and on. And that's why like this is such a big moment for me. Because when I tell you I did not see it coming at all. Like it's not even within the vicinity of whatever I thought.
Okay, so let's go back. So I've always known, or for the longest, I've known I do want to marry Vicky, and I do want to propose and make her the luckiest woman alive. So I've always known I did want to. For those of you who've heard past episodes, you know that there were things we were working on.
Yeah.
And
but this still realistically. Yeah.
But I know I've always known, and even with recent stuff that's happened with us, I was like, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Vicky's not going anywhere because look at me.
Oh my goodness. I can't. I can't. If my manicure wasn't so fresh, I would take the heaviest thing in the room and throw it at you, but I wouldn't.
Gonna do nothing. So I always knew, and then a while back I was like, you know what, I'm gonna propose. At one point I said I was gonna propose this year, like just this year. And it wasn't because of your little timeline.
Yo,
or
let me
whatever.
tell you.
Shut up.
I was like, oh my God. Ode, because when we recorded that episode, the first episode, and I was like, yo, if by that first week of March in 2020, you don't, whatever, like I got some thinking to do. I was like, yo, he's going to leave me. He is going to leave me.
You right.
To eat my words, and what am I going to do? And a bunch of people asked me,
playing the game
like,
of chicken, like what you really going to do?
Yeah, they were like, yo, would you really leave though? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. But part of me was like, girl, you better start getting ready because you can't be looking like no sucker out in these streets.
So I've always known, and I knew I was going to do this year.
And a bunch of people also thought that you would wait until
like March,
the very last minute, like
the 1 year anniversary
March
of that episode. So I was gonna do it this year. I was thinking, let me propose to her on her birthday, or at Christmas, or just sometime later on in the year, or some day that is that me?
Yes, as usual. Come on,
no, it's
man.
not. My phone is not.
Come on, man.
I swear, it probably was me. All right.
It was you? Because if not, I think you're open on the computer.
Nah, it was me.
Okay, I know it was you.
So, anyways, but then recently I said to myself, you know what? No, I want to do it on Father's Day. I want to, the part of me was like, that'll be my gift to my Father's Day gift to myself.
That's actually very sweet.
A wife.
A fiance.
A fiance, whatever.
Fiance.
Can you explain your stupid fiance? Can you explain that, please?
Fiance is a play on the word Beyonce. Hello.
Oh,
I get to live in this.
Do you want to be Beyonce?
Yeah, rich? Yeah.
And that's all they see. That's why. All right, whole another episode. All the men right now are like, see? See? So anyways, so I decided that I would propose on Father's Day. So, what do I tell the whole like next step, the whole story? Cause
what do you mean the whole story?
I guess from that decision to the proposal, you're not really involved in the story. Really.
Yeah, I'm not involved. Okay. But
so,
what's crazy is there was things that Ode did that was, I guess, in relation to acquiring the ring or whatever. And I mean, we were having arguments, and like I was just like. What do you say? Like the antennas went up, kind of thing.
You want to be like fully?
Yeah.
So, within the last month, we had an argument.
And what's today's date? And we can clarify. Today
and I'm actually I think this will be the name.
Within this month.
This will be the name of the episode. We had a big argument.
Huge.
To the point where like we were done. Like we broke up.
Yep.
Boxes were packed.
Yep.
Not my boxes. Boxes were packed. People were put on notice.
Like, yo, we severed all communications.
I was removed from the family chat. You know it was serious.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
And can we go back to how petty Vicky?
No, it wasn't petty.
Vicky, you left me a plate. Which plate did she leave? My son's plate. She left me one plate
because they all belong to me.
Because we had a bunch of more plates. I don't like these plates. Because she knew damn well that if we ever broke up, she was going to pack all the plates and leave me one.
First of all, I've never ever thought
child's
that.
plate.
I never ever thought
Anyways, we had broken up.
In like two cups.
We got into this big argument. We broke up. We even went to the counselor and was like, help us navigate through this breakup because we're done.
Yeah. And the counselor's like, I feel okay, so this is what we're going to do.
I'm looking at Vicky's closet like, I could expand the studio now. I could have a waiting area in the studio. I could do a recording stuff there. I was like, I was like, I could do this in the basement. I'm gonna come
Wow.
home to peace and quiet.
Wow.
Well, it's facts. Facts, Kellerman. So, but the thing about that argument that I think solidified or confirmed it for both of us was how we got through it, how we got past it. Because I think through that period, we both, and let me know if I'm wrong, we both realized how us not being together was farthest from what either one of us would ever want.
Yeah, like that slither of an alternate reality is just not. Like I'm good.
that way, the way you said it the other day, I was like, oh, I think that was the best way to say it. That alternate reality that we got a taste of. We were both like, nah. I want to go back to reality. I want to go back to my reality.
That's not. Yeah,
which is us together.
Mm-hmm.
And to kind of put it into another way, it was like I realized like I realized this before, but it confirmed Vicky is the one I want to have the big arguments with, the big bad days with, the big good days with, the big, like you're the one I want to go through those ups and downs with.
Same.
No matter how bad they might get, and how good they're gonna be. You're the one I want to do it with, and we talked, we cried, we ugly cried with each other.
But it was actually what the thing about the talk, which was very well. By the way, that's also why the podcast went 2 or 3 weeks without no airing.
Because I was gonna come back strong with the me podcast, and I was gonna audition for co-host.
Anyways, so what took me the most from that conversation where we, I guess, reconciled was that you spoke first. Mm-hmm. And what you had to say. So, like, in the middle of all of this going on, I'm the one that's really doing all the talking. Ode's very selective with his, like, one-word responses. Like, he's like, okay, no, okay, bye. That was Ode.
Keep it simple.
So when we spoke, Ode asked if he can speak first. And in him talking and, expressing how he felt and all of that, was pretty much everything I had already written down. Like, I wrote like a freaking notepad of notes and things that I had collected for hours because I was like, pen and paper. I need to make sure I get all my points across. And in him talking, he actually went to almost, I would say, like 90% of them.
Because men don't waste time.
It's not about wasting time. It's just that in the moment, I can't collect all of my thoughts.
So you chose to waste time? Go ahead.
So in you saying that, I was really taken back because we were just so in sync. That was like, oh my God, like it was like you opened up my brain, took out all my points, and then you were like,
it's like, I know you. It's like we're one. God forbid I know my woman. My bad. My fiance. Fiance. Shut up.
Yeah. So that was what took me back. That it was like, oh damn, like he it literally just took it out of my words.
So like I said, it confirmed what I already knew and made me. It drove me, or motivated me even more to want to like ask you to marry me, and upgrade yourself.
Always.
Call it what it is.
You can never ever be serious.
Nope. So from there, I was like, okay, let me go ahead with my plans from before. So I was like, nothing against anyone, any male or female that when proposing wants to do the Zales, the Jared, the other places. I did go around a bit. I was like, well, let me check Zales. I got some money on my Zales card,
But from our conversations, I had already expressed that I didn't want.
Yeah, but I forgot that because I don't listen to you when you talk. So I said to myself, I don't want to do one of the chain places, but I know I knew people that knew people that knew people. So shout out to, I gotta give my boy Ravi a big shout out. He played an integral part in the purchase of the ring and the locating of the ring and the perfect jeweler. But the most important player in finding the right ring, was Pinterest. So Vicky, like every other desperate, pathetic female who is
dang.
What?
Are you serious?
I'm joking. All right, I'll stop. All right. So Vicky, like most people who are just into that kind of stuff, Vicky had a board for weddings. I know she always had that.
Yeah, because I used to take his phone when my battery would die,
Yeah.
and then I would pin off of his phone.
So I remembered that, oh, wait, I follow her on Pinterest. So I had to download Pinterest again. Then I was like, oh, would she know if I'm looking at her stuff? I don't know how Pinterest works. So I Googled, will somebody know if you're looking at this?
Oh, my God, that's hilarious.
And I found the rings that you liked, and I pulled some out. I was working with my boy Ravi. Ravi was like, yo, send me the pictures. I'll send it to my jeweler. So we did that, and then I had a gig, and I was like, oh, hey, I'm going to go have breakfast with Ravi in the city. And then there was one time when I woke up, and my alarm was going off. And I'm looking for my phone. My phone's not where I think I left it. And you lean over to the dresser or whatever.
The dresser
on your side.
On my side.
And you hand me the phone.
And I hand him the phone.
And I'm like, this was going through my phone. and I'm not angry because, maybe she found something, that I shouldn't have been doing. No, I just thought, damn, she's going to see. She saw the conversations I was having with Robbie. She saw the images of the pictures. Cause I had like screenshots and pictures on my phone. So I was like, she knows. So I was pissed off. Yo.
Wait, okay. So then when that happened, I remember that I had came to bed. It was super late. And then I picked up the pillow and I moved it over for Kalel. And your phone was under the pillow. And so I picked it up and I put it on my side of the bed. And I looked at it and I was like, I should go through his phone.
Oh.
I'm like,
wow, you are something else.
I'm like, no, Vicky, you're better than that. Just don't. And then I went to bed. And so when the alarm went off,
better than that.
I said, I'm better than that.
Okay, go ahead.
So the alarm went off and you were like, where's my phone? And I leaned over and I was like, oh, you left it under the pillow. And let me tell you, Ode later that morning was like, did you go through my phone? Yo, I was so pissed because I was like, is he serious? I'm like, and I think I said like, why did you think that I went through? Yeah, like why would you ask that? And then now, of course, I'm assuming, oh, he got something to hide. Why does he care if I went through his phone? He got something to hide. And I'm like, oh, I should have went through his damn phone.
And with that,
and then right after that is when you went to go have breakfast.
So I was like, I'm gonna go have breakfast.
What time did you leave the house?
At like 7. I wanted to beat traffic like 7 o'clock. I was gonna meet Ravi in the city.
Yo, Ode got dressed. He was dressed and ready to go by like 6:38, and I only know that because I looked at my phone like, yo, is this guy serious? It's 6:38, and he is dressed with a really nice outfit.
Because I had to go somewhere after. I had somewhere I had to be afterwards. So him and I were gonna meet up nice and early, and we were gonna go to the jeweler and take care of everything that day. And I'm like, you know what?
He said he's having breakfast with him. All right, if that's what he said, okay.
Robbie's a good guy.
I'm not saying
Ravi wouldn't encourage bad behavior.
This has nothing to do with Ravi.
It has everything to do with Ravi.
And so after him accusing me of going through his phone and being obviously bothered by the thought,
insecure,
and then him getting all dressed and ready to go with like cologne on at 6:38 in the morning, I was like, I
like to smell good.
Oh hell,
because my fans.
Oh hell's no.
Anyway, so I link up with Ravi, which even that situation was like a headache because I'm waiting for. Actually, I figured, hey, let me go pick him up, or that's what we worked out. I'm waiting for him to come downstairs. He finally does. I was sitting in the car idle, trying to start the car. Car won't start. Luckily, somebody had one of these little tiny battery starter things. Because I know cars, battery starter thing, and got my car started. Ran down to the city. Got there, and by the time we got there, the jeweler had options for us. So we're sitting there. We're looking. I'm like, okay. I want to say immediately I saw what I felt you would like. And I was like, I think that might be it. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, let me see how many conflicts are in this diamond. Because I wanted only the rarest conflict diamonds, whatever. But she knew what I was looking for, and she was the jeweler. She was amazing, honest. Wasn't there to take my money. She was there to make sure I got a ring that whoever I was proposing to would love. To the point where she was, she was awesome. That's all I can say. She was awesome. So she's showing me stuff in the range that we told her, and then it was and then she showed us one out she was like, I do have this one here. I'll show it to you. It's not in your range, but I'll show it to you, and it's similar to what you're looking at. And I was like, I looked at it and I was like, that's the one that Vicky wants. Like that, not even that you want. That's the one that should be on I say Ricky. That's the ring that should be on Vicky's finger. Shout out to my man Ricky.
Uncle Ricky.
And I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, don't look too excited. Don't let her know that that's the one you want. Yeah.
You're like, because I already lost at the negotiation.
To the point where the room is tiny. It's tiny, like tiny. Probably she's sitting where you are. I'm sitting where I am. We're closer, and the wall is like right behind us. To the point where I'm texting Rafi under the table, like, yo, you know, like I
like you're communicating with him.
Yeah, but he's literally next to me. I'm like, yo.
But that's smart because usually people in negotiations give themselves up.
Yeah. So
with the face.
So like I'm texting him like, yo, I can't afford it. You know, like, what do you think? Because to be honest, I was like, I think that's the one. It fits all the criteria that I'm looking for, that I know Vicky's looking for. That even if she never finds out, I'm comfortable and I'm happy knowing that even if she doesn't realize it, everything she'd ever wanted in a ring is going to be on her finger in every way. And this is the kind of ring that I feel she can walk around with, and not to say she's shallow, but people are going to be like, oh my God, look at your girl. Ooh, your ring is popping. So whatever. But that is one of the things that we men look for sometimes. We want you to have that
like
feeling.
That's the way you get complimented about it.
Yeah. But I never even thought. But I knew from that, along with every other detail about the ring, I knew it was what you would want.
Yeah.
As well as what I would want you to have. So we picked it, and I was like, that's the ring. And we went through the process, finalized everything, and what?
Where did you keep it?
Don't worry about it. You want to know where I kept it?
Yeah.
Right here in the studio.
Oh my goodness, are you serious?
But the thing about it is, like, so I had somewhere to go after that. So I don't know. I probably from then, no, that day, I would say I looked at it like, I don't know, 30 times, just looking at it. Now I was trying to get like the right picture of it to send to like people who knew. So I was like, damn, like this is it. Like I have it now. And also to make sure it didn't vanish in thin air. Just kept looking at it like, oh, it's still there. Cool. You know, you open the refrigerator, see there's food, even though you know, whatever I looked at 10 seconds ago, that's what it is. So I'm looking at it like, all right, it's still there. Yep, still there. So I had it. So I told a handful of people, like, you know, there's always one person, my brother Donald, who will be my best man. I was the best man at his wedding. So I let him know, because gotta let him know he got a job to do at some point. Plan my poppin' bachelor party, boats and hoes. No,
as long as that boating in DR, we good.
Hey. Don't drink the water. So I let him know, and then I was like, all right, I gotta ask for permission, because I'm old school, I'm classy, I'm classic. So I told myself I would definitely, and then, okay, and a lot of people I didn't tell, because I did want it to be a surprise for a lot of people, even for my family. I wanted it to be a surprise for my family, for your family. But I didn't know that I had to ask your mom and your grandmother, because your grandmother is
she is La Majimba. Yeah. She's the matriarch.
Exactly.
And the patriarch.
The matriarch and the patriarch. Yeah. So, I was like, okay, I gotta ask grandma and mom.
My grandma only speaks Spanish.
And then, so one day, so this was like Friday. I wanted to wait till the last minute because I didn't want, not that I don't trust them, but I didn't want them to accidentally say something to the wrong person, and then that person says something to the wrong person, and then somebody calls you, guess what I heard they going to do with you on whatever. So I had to go somewhere on Friday in town, and I got delayed who I had to meet up with. I was like, oh, now's a good chance. Let me, like, Vicky thinks I'm here. Let me go take care of this now. It's easy just for me to lie to Vicky.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
So I ran over to your mom's. She wasn't there, but they told me where she was. She was nearby, and she was with your aunts and uncles, and I was like, I can't tell them here because they be talking.
Oh yeah.
I'm joking. So, but just so happened she was gonna leave right then and there. So I was like, okay, cool, perfect. And your grandmother lived next door.
Yes.
So I was like, oh, is is my mom home? And she was like, yeah, you just go. I was like, oh, let me go say hi. And she was like, yeah, go ahead. I'll see you later. And I was like, oh, why don't you come with me in case you gotta translate, because like you said, she doesn't speak English. She only
and the
speaks
last
Spanish.
time Jose spoke to her, he told her I was in the hospital.
I didn't
and
tell
I
her
was
you
not.
were in the hospital. She interpreted it. I don't know how, but so we're there, and I'm in there with them, and I already had my Google Translate set up with. I don't have what you know what I would have to retype it. So you talk real quick.
What do you want me to say? It's not.
I want to retype exactly what I wrote to Google Translate, and I even made sure that I deleted it. I deleted Google Translate right after I used it. 'Cause I was like,
in case I go through your phone.
yeah, and
why?
And ask, why do you have Google Translate? What Spanish girl are you messing with, or what foreign French girl are you dating behind my back?
That was mad specific. Foreign French girl.
Anyways, I used Google Translate to say, I sat them both down, and I wasn't sure. I was like, okay, I'm sitting them both down to say something. I'm guessing they know by now.
I don't know.
But I don't know if they did. So I had Google Translate set up for me to say, I would like to ask permission to ask your daughter and granddaughter to marry me. So they sat down. I asked them that. For those of you watching the video, I'm going to show you what her grandmother did. Her grandmother pretty much raised her hands in joy and salvation, and was just
thanking God.
She was thanking God
like she goes like
that he sent Vicky an angel that was strong enough to put up with her. So her grandmother's like, thank God in Spanish, and her mom pretty much did the same thing, and they were happy. And I look at Vicky's mom. I was like, did she say yes? And I was like, I didn't get it. I didn't hear a C. So
you're like, I understand that.
Yeah. So are we good? I'm asking. I'm like, am I good to go forward? And they were like, no, she's happy. She's happy. Yes. I was like, okay, cool. So I left. Got Google Translate off my phone. Did what I had to do. Went home, and you were none the wiser. So that's how easily, like I said, I could lie to you, and you would never know. And then this was Friday, right? This was Friday, yes. So
oh my goodness! And then we had that wedding Saturday.
So I DJ'd a wedding on Friday.
I was like, yo, I've had it. I've had it.
And it was a wedding for one of my fraternity brothers. So he was like, hey, bring Vicky. Since you're gonna be DJing, bring Vicky, because other brothers would be there, and some of her sorority or one of her sorority sisters is married to my brother. Yeah. And she would be there. So they're all there. I'm hosting, I'm emceeing and DJing the wedding, and it got to that point where you had to do the bouquet toss. That's where all the single women come out. So I'm looking around like, hey, who am I forgetting? I'm talking to the bride like, hey, point them out. I'm looking at fingers, and Vicky's sitting at a table with, to her right is another one of my brothers and his fiance, who I'm DJing their wedding as well. To her left was my other brother. And with his wife, who's her sorority sister, and Vicky's Vicky's in the middle. So if you go back, that's ring, and no ring in the middle. And me being the douche and that I am, I'm looking at the table like, oh, any rings? I point to my one brother. I was like, oh, ring, cool. I point to my other brother, ring, nice. I point to Vicky. I go, oh, sorry.
And I was like, I already knew where this was going, because every time there's a bouquet toss, Ode's like, you should go. And I'm like, oh, yo, why does he do that? Like, we're not gonna get engaged anytime soon. Why do you want to do that?
This time, I really wanted you to go and at least try to catch it.
I was so annoyed.
I really wanted you to try and catch this one.
Like, I was like, yo, I don't know why he keeps encouraging me, and I knew it was coming, so I just got on my phone and I looked down. And I just kept looking down, and they were like, oh, he's talking to you. And I'm like, no, thanks. Like, I didn't even look up. I was like, no, thank you.
So anyways, so that was that. So then I'm like, okay. I think we both went home, and we just knocked out.
Oh, my goodness. Right, it was just the longest.
Yeah, because for me, I had DJ'd Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, it was just
Friday, we were running around doing stuff.
Saturday itself, it was just really
And Saturday, it was me DJing. It's a wedding, so I'm going like from one room to another room. It's just me by myself.
Yeah.
So Sunday morning, I'm like, okay, today's the day. We had our picnic bag ready.
Mm-hmm.
Cause we were gonna do a family picnic. That's what I wanted for Father's Day, a family picnic. With me, Vicky, Kalel, and Amore. Amore, for those who don't know, Amore is our dog. Yeah. So I just wanted the family together. So I said, hey, Vicky, let's do a family photo when we get there. So,
yeah.
So that way I could bring
to kind of like remember the first one, because we were like, oh, this could be like a yearly thing, a yearly us thing. So
I brought the tripod. Mm-hmm. And when we got there, the whole time, I bought a tripod, and I had this little tiny camera bag that I used to hold one of my little photo printers and the film, whatever, the paper for it. And that's where the ring was under the ink.
Oh my goodness.
Under the paper.
I just thought that was part of the camera.
That's why I put it in the camera bag. So we get there, and I'm like, hey, let's do, so, we're somewhat late going off of what time we wanted to be there. Mm-hmm. So we get there. Because
I was running around picking up a customized Father's Day gift for Ode. That's why we were late.
So it was a nice little park area in town. Mm-hmm. We get there.
In an area where I grew up.
Yeah.
Actually.
We get there, and I'm like, hey, let's well, just so you know, later on we were gonna have a family barbecue.
Yeah.
And there was part of me that was like, oh, let me do this at the barbecue in front of everybody. But I was like, that's not me. It's just not me.
Yeah.
And I just wanted our family together when it happened. So we get there, and I was like, hey, before we even start eating, let's take the photo, because the baby might start eating and get dirty and whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, let's we're right by the water. So I was like, hey, let's take a photo facing the water. Let's be all photo. What's the word? I don't know. Creative. Some crap. So I was like, let's face the water. So you go ahead. You hold the kids and you face the water.
Yeah.
I'll set the timer, and I'll run over there. So
but the way that Ode, so he was like, oh, stand here, and it looked like he was just trying to make sure that it was within the perfect frame. So he was like, move a little here, move a little here. Oh, okay, just stand right there. All right, all right. I'm gonna set the timer now.
Because I knew where I was gonna be, so I wanted to make sure that when I do go, the camera will see me. And for those who have seen the video, this is pretty much where the video starts.
Yeah.
So I'm setting the camera. Vicky's just standing there.
I'm just standing there looking at the water like, okay.
In my head, I'm like, yo, don't turn around. So I grab the bag really quick. I open the ring. I take the ring box out. I look at it quickly to make sure the ring's there, even though where would it have gone? And I'm like, yo, I hope she doesn't see me look at this, because that's it. That'll ruin everything. Yeah. But Vicky, like a obedient servant,
I was like,
stared.
Why am I so I was like a sheep. I was like, all right, I'm just going to stand here.
So to make her think that I'm actually setting the timer, I'm like counting, like, okay, I'm 10, 9, but really I'm pressing record. I'm making sure I press record, because I would have been so pissed if I didn't press record. Because the way my phone is sometimes.
You know what? Actually, I think I would have appreciated if your phone didn't record because of that face.
So I'm like 10, 9, I press record. I go. My heart starts beating. I black out.
You actually didn't talk for a little bit.
I know. I get on my knees, and I'm waiting for her to like stop being a sheep and just turn around.
And it took a minute, let me tell you, because he counted all the way down, and then I'm like, all right, because you have to wait a few seconds.
Yeah, because by like 4, I'm already behind her on my knees.
Yeah.
Right? So.
But I didn't even hear you that close.
I'm a ninja.
I was just like, okay. So then
Kalel,
I was just there for like another 10 seconds, like.
And Kalel starts being Kalel, and he's like, no.
Yeah, he's like, no. He didn't want me to hold his arm.
And while Vicky's trying to like corral him, I guess that's when you see me out of the corner of your eye?
No. So what happens was, I was like, okay, he counted down. It's been like a while since he stopped counting. So I'm assuming the flash went off, but I thought Ode was standing here. So I am staring at the water, and I'm like I thought you were standing there, but I didn't feel you. So I was like, what the hell? And I went like this, and I was like, okay, Ode's not there. So I turned around to look the other way, and then that's when I saw you. And in the video, you see me like look over my right shoulder first, and then turn around to the left. And then that's when I saw you, and I like immediately was shooketh. I was like, oh shit.
And I'm sitting there like, I know I had words planned.
Yo, he was just mute, and then that's why I was like, are you for real?
And I wanted her to like give me her hand, so I think I put my arm out. And one thing I told myself in the days leading up, I was like, do I want to get all deep or do I want to keep it simple? Do I want to just say, will you marry me? Do I want to do the whole Vicky for the past 9 years, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, just wing it when it happens.
That's why you don't wing things.
Ravi was telling me when he proposed, he was on some like, just like crying, bawling. But I ain't no bitch.
You got teary-eyed.
Anyways. So so you're standing there.
Yeah.
I extend my hand because you know how many times I Google like which knee is the right knee just to make sure.
Really?
Which knee should be on the ground, which hand. So it's like left knee on the ground.
I've never even knew that was a thing.
You open it with your right hand, you hold it in your left hand, blah, blah, blah. And then there were times when I would practice it like at home, making sure you didn't see me.
Where?
Don't worry about it. Anyways, so I take her hand. The pollen starts going around, so my eyes get a little watery.
Eyes get watery.
And I was like, come on, man up. Man up.
And the whole time I'm like, are you sure? Are you for real? And I feel like I didn't finish watching the video, but I feel like I start to look to the side because I think it's a joke. So I'm like, what is going? Like I keep looking up, like, no, this is a joke.
And Vicky being as Dominican as she is, you hear her perfectly clear on the video. You barely hear me. So I don't know how. So I'm there. I grab her hand, and in that moment, I told myself to keep it simple, but not in a bad way. But let me just say, let me summarize it the best way I could. Mm-hmm. And I said to Vicky, Vicky, Vickiana Guadalupe Santa Maria.
He definitely did not say
Ortega.
that. He did not say that.
I said, you're an amazing woman. Mm-hmm. You're an amazing mother. Mm-hmm. And I think you would be an amazing wife.
Yeah, and I was like, for real?
Like, me?
Yeah.
Vickiana Guadalupe Santa Maria Ortega?
I'm like, are you serious?
I was like, yes. And then Vicky breaks down like, yeah, oh my God, yeah, I can't.
No, first of all, I didn't break down. I leaned on you.
Yeah.
Because I was about to pass out. That's why, I have my arms on my chest because, everyone asked me, oh, but did you cry? No. And the reason why I didn't cry was because I felt I have passed out enough in my life to know when that feeling is coming.
So 2 weeks ago, you passed out.
Yeah. So I started putting my hand on my chest because I was trying to one of the things that kind of bring me back is if I feel my heartbeat. So I'm going like this. I keep going like this because I feel like my knees are about to give out on me. And I'm like, oh my God. So then I just leaned on all day because then you grabbed my hand. Yeah. And that's when I was like, I'm going to just lean on you. So it looks like I'm hugging you. But I'm really just using all day as a support because I'm about to pass out. And I think I say it on the video too. I was like, oh my God, I'm about to pass out. My knees were out. They were like, nah, girl, you're not about to stand here for another 10 seconds if you don't find something to hold on.
So then Vicky, so we kind of hugged and
I was in shock. I mean,
and I want you guys.
Oh no! And then I was trembling really bad.
Yeah.
I was shaking so bad.
The best part about this story is that the whole time this is going on. Remember, I told you, I said this is a family picnic, so we have the dog and the kid just running around doing something. When you watch
neither one of us is paying attention to
when you watch the video, you see Kalel walking around into the camera.
I totally forgot that I was holding on to Amore. I didn't even.
She
realize
went off
that.
Somewhere, right?
She did eventually go off. Yeah.
Amore eventually.
Oh, when I held on to you.
Yeah, Amore eventually went off. Kalel was he stayed in the area. So they're both trained. They stayed in the area. Kalel's walking around looking at the camera. Grabbing onto me.
Yeah.
And eventually we called him in, or we pulled him in, and we had him join the hug and stuff like that. So yeah, and then it was funny. We did have the blanket set up, and I was like, all right, let's go, because
I was like, oh wait, we're not gonna do the picnic.
I was like, some other day, because I figured let's make the rounds really quick to the people that matter at the moment. Which was her mom's, and
we ended up at my cousin's house, and then I started messaging my cousin group with my sister.
So we went to her mom, saw her mom, and then we went to her cousins, and we rubbed it in their faces because they'll be single forever. And then And then we had to rush home because
we had a barbecue, Father's Day barbecue.
So Vicky and
for
I
my
host
whole family
every year, starting last year. We
for
host,
our family.
Yeah, we host Father's Day.
Yeah. So that's like our thing. That's the one we took on. We took on Father's Day, and so far 2 for 2.
Yeah,
we've had a really
mind
good
you,
time.
a lot of people at this time don't know that we're engaged.
Yeah, and I mean, like they came. My cousin and his wife, which is actually my comadre, my compadre, because I'm the godson. I'm the godmother to their son. Oh. Yeah. So they were here early, and they were helping us. We had everything set up, and then it started raining, and then we rushed to like rearrange the area, and like I felt bad because they were here. She's like pregnant. There's no food. There's no drinks. There's no nothing.
Gotta give them something.
And then I just ran inside and I was like, yo, guys, the reason that we're delayed is bam. And she just started crying. And
let me nourish them on good news.
Yeah. And I was like, hopefully this will apologize for not being ready on time. But even then, like, I kept the ring on. But the day continued.
And we just went about our business.
I just went about my business. Like, people would come and I'd be like, oh, hi, look, the drink's over here, the food's over here. And I'm just trying to make sure that everybody's okay. And it wasn't until like someone else would be like, yo, you saw Vicky's hand, yo? And it was just crazy. But the funny thing is how I call her a sister cousin because we have our parents are siblings on both ends, which is, I know, very weird for people to understand.
Do the math.
Her dad and my mom are siblings, and her mom and my dad are siblings.
Okay. No, I'm confused. Go ahead.
So it's a brother and sister on one side, and a brother and sister on another family dated the opposite sex of the other family. Okay. So when she found out, her reaction was literally everything I said. No, I don't believe you. Are you joking?
Yeah.
And then she's like, show me the video. I don't believe you. Even though the ring is in my hand, she's like, show me the video. I don't believe you. So it was funny because everyone thinks Ode's a jokester.
Right after, while we were visiting her mom and her cousin, we called my mom.
Yeah.
And my mom is amazing. My mom is a gifted person.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I'll keep that story to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was just like her reaction was sweet.
It was so genuine.
It was really genuine, and it was kind of like Ode knew exactly, like you can tell how he's like, I know exactly the keywords to say to my mom so she could walk right into where I need her, in the lane I need her to go, so I can just give her like amazing news. It was really, really sweet.
And her response was amazing.
Yeah, and it was happy. Like, a lot of people are very happy for us, and I'm very flattered by that. And it was funny because even some people like would message like, yo, I listened to your very first podcast, girl. I feel like we just got engaged. We engaged. I'm like, yo, I feel
we
y'all.
Gonna pay for this wedding, right? No, but definitely that was something that was very touching. The outpouring of love, and we appreciate.
Yeah,
I appreciate Vicky appreciates it. Every positive. What got a little, annoying after a while was about time.
Yeah,
finally.
But you know what?
I get it.
That you're gonna, and it's crazy. Like, you get that even if you're just 3 years. And
Damn,
how much longer were you gonna wait? And it's like 2.5 years later, and you're like,
as long as it takes. But we appreciate every kind word that was shared, every phone call, text.
Yeah, every post, every message. I really, really appreciate it. It took me like 2 days because I was so sick. I was so tired from Sunday on Monday, and then today's Wednesday. So yesterday I was so sick. I got energy.
Are we telling the full story about yesterday? Yes, let's just share the full story. No, it's too graphic.
What?
No, so
I was bedridden.
Yeah. So
how was it graphic?
No. So because Vicky was bedridden, one of the first things that came to our mind was
OMG. No, you know what? No. Don't say anything. No. So it was just a long 2 days, and then the thing that Ode doesn't know either.
Wait, we're not sharing the story. You mean?
No.
That's why you said don't say anything.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the other thing that Ode, well, he doesn't know this, but I've been in and out of moments where I just start bawling.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm crying, like,
out of happiness.
Yeah, like, because I just can't believe it. Like, I just
For like the whole
I'm
day,
very
for like the
taken
whole
back.
first 2 hours, Vicky's like, "Is this real?"
Yeah, and
She's
I was
"I can't
like,
believe
no,
it."
this isn't real. And I remember before we got in the car, I was like, yo, are you sure? Because you're not ever getting this back.
I was
And you're
like,
like,
"You
yes.
thought I would get my ring back?"
Yeah, he was like, I will chop your finger off if I have to. But I've been in and out of it like the last 2 days. Because Sunday, I didn't get a chance.
We
like,
didn't. Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to take
We were
it
hosting.
in.
We were
Yeah,
hosting.
and I didn't go to bed till like 11:30, which maybe is early, but I mean we've been up since like 7.
Yeah.
So and it's been on my feet since 7 to 11:30 at night.
The day before.
Yeah, and I've been in and out of it crying. Like I just cry out of happiness,
Man
and
up,
I'm usually by myself because I'm not gonna cry in front of a day. He's gonna be like, "Why you crying? Why you crying?"
Man up.
So I feel like that added on to me being so sick on Tuesday because I've just been in and out of it, and even yesterday I was crying. But it
Yesterday?
even yesterday, it's just been such a roller coaster for me because I'm like, oh my God, like I can't believe this, and because of like our huge blow up a few weeks ago, you know, I've had like the friends that they know, and they're like, you know, he said that he's waiting for this and waiting for this. Are you sure he's there? And I'm like, yo, if there's one thing I am confident about is that Ode's not an emotional decision maker. Like he's someone who puts a lot of thought into things, and this is so important to him that I don't think that this would be a rash, jump the gun kind of thing from Ode. I'm like, and here are all the past experiences where Ode has not budged ever on anything. And so I'm like, you know, and his confidence in wanting to ask me to marry him is probably the most flattering thing about the whole thing. Like, I feel very blessed.
Keep going.
That you, oh God, I feel very blessed that you chose to be that vulnerable to me, and that you asked me to marry you. I do. I feel very flattered, very blessed, and humbled, and all that.
She's gonna cry in the car.
I am. And I think the only thing now is just us deciding when.
We decided when.
Oh my
Yo,
God.
y'all don't understand how annoying. Yo.
Let me tell you, you know who understands the group chat that I have going on?
Oh my God.
Where they're like, okay, so like what's going on? Like when's the date? I'm like, oh, this day, but not like this, and then this, and then this, and
So
then
we've
this.
been trying to settle on some things regarding, you know, options, date, and stuff like that. I know some people do it different. Some people might wait, like, hey, let's just be engaged for a while and then we'll start talking. Some people like the same day. Let's pick a day.
Right.
I called somebody, or somebody called me 2 hours after we got engaged and was like, "You got a venue?" I was like, "Bro, how do I have a venue now? It's been 2 hours."
And I'm still holding on to my breakfast sandwich.
Exactly.
Like,
I literally was
yeah.
still holding on to my breakfast sandwich. But so we've been going through that. So throughout the day, we're texting each other, and Vicky's making this.
But wait, you have to clarify. It's not that I'm making this hard because I'm like, ooh, those are signs of a bridezilla.
Oh, trust me, it's that.
No, it is the
don't-
complete opposite of that.
People don't believe the routes that we want to go because they're like,
Yeah.
you guys don't want that. Like, no, we are simple people.
Yeah.
We may come off as like, because some people are going off of our baby shower.
Yeah.
And our baby shower was, for some people, a little extra.
I
some
thought
people,
that it was very low
basic.
key.
Yeah.
I thought it was very basic, to be honest with you.
Because they're like, yo, if that was your baby shower, imagine your wedding. I was like, baby, house, dog,
hello,
Vicky, my whole money, my whole priorities and money has changed.
Yeah, but we didn't even ball out on the baby shower.
Yeah, and I told somebody that, I was like,
I'm like, first of all, those flowers are from Trader Joe's.
I was like, yeah, that baby shower might have looked nice, but it was inexpensive. We
Yeah.
pulled every resource possible. You know, thank God for my mom and her decorating.
Definitely, thank God.
Time. Thank God for family and friends who donated assistance, food,
Yeah.
and different stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all of our money went to the venue pretty much, which
Yep.
also offered amazing like packages.
Yeah.
Like the drinks came with the venue and all kind of stuff.
Well, like basic drinks,
Basic
and then
drinks,
the
yeah,
alcoholic drinks we
Family
had to
was like,
purchase and
here's
stuff.
a drink. Cause, I'm going to drink this Henny if I bring it. Bring in Henny, you know?
Yeah.
So people actually didn't believe me or either of us when we said, oh, one of our options is ABC, and they're like, really?
And the thing is too, like I have 2 Pinterest boards of weddings, but
And you have no ring.
I am okay, but I had pins about kids, and I ain't have no kid. I had pins about a house, and I have no house. And
so you're just putting it out into the universe.
I have pins about a poppin' ass wardrobe, and you don't see me with a poppin' ass wardrobe.
Vicky has a walk-in closet with clothes on each side.
It's not clothes on each side.
Maybe 2 walls of shoes.
1 wall of shoes.
Oh, you know what? You're right. That's better. Right now, there's like 10 listeners that's like, I only have a shoe.
Okay,
such as myself. I have a blue.
But these are not shoes that I just bought in the last year, so it's not like I'm big balling.
Yet still, if one of y'all said, "Hey, Ode, Vicky, come to this event tomorrow," Ricky's gonna be like, "I don't have anything to wear."
I don't have anything to wear. Okay, but listen,
it must be
this
nice
is the
to be
thing.
rich.
I'm not rich. Okay, this is the thing.
You got that ring on your finger. You rich now, girl. All right.
So the thing is that can I be straight up?
Go ahead.
About the dates and stuff. Not about like the actual dates.
Yeah.
But just like timeline. Yeah. I want to get married now. You know, like I'm like, nah, I don't. You know, the only reason why I'm putting it off.
And I agree.
Is
and
for a straight up, such a superficial reason. It's the only reason why I'm putting it off. But
make sure
superficial about myself.
Sure, I don't change my mind. Oh, okay.
No. It's a superficial reason about myself.
Yeah.
I just want to look nicer in the pictures. Yeah. That's all.
And just so you know, I'm on the same page. I'm cool with me and Vicky getting married tomorrow.
Yeah, like I just
like just going.
That's my
somewhere
thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm not.
I want to marry her. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't need a wedding. I don't need a wedding. I asked her to marry me. I didn't say, Vicky, have a wedding with me.
Yeah. Have a wedding with me. Yeah. That's so funny. Have a wedding with me.
I'll be here all week, people. I'll be here all week.
So that's the thing. I'm only holding off because on the superficial level, I'd like to look nicer.
And I want to be swollen in the pictures.
So that's the only reason why it's not happening this week. Yeah, pretty much.
This week.
I really was like.
It could be a different story.
On Sunday, I was like, okay, so tomorrow we're going to City Hall, right?
Which I'm totally fine with.
Right.
And believe it or not, both of us are totally fine with that.
So the only thing is that we are guessing the thing about is we have huge families. We are very blessed to have a lot of supportive families. And we are very blessed to also have a lot of supportive friends.
Yeah.
And we want everyone to take into the day with us, the moment with us. But realistically, you know, the way our bank accounts is set up, it ain't like that. It is not like that. But I would still, like, you know, of course I have, like, a dream. Like, ooh, I would love to have this. And no day or two would be like, ooh, I would love to have this. But at the end of the day, all I would love to have is a marriage. I'm, you know, like that's my number one priority. I don't. Yeah. It's not about anything else. Like, so that's the only reason why. So me and Jose are going back and forth because we're like, okay, how about this day on the low, and like not on the low, but like not this day on this the
simple, intimate, small thing.
Yeah, simple, super, 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 super intimate. Yeah. Like. Only the people that would be in the delivery room the day we were born kind of thing. And then, you know, maybe a year, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5. And that's where we're going. Yeah. And then that's where we're going back and forth with. So that's where the conversation keeps going. Because maybe I don't want to wait 5 years. Maybe I want to wait 2 years. Maybe I want to wait 3 years. And then every time that we change a year, we have to change a day, and crazy.
And no offense to anyone who waits.
But you know what? I think we at least chose a specific calendar date vicinity.
We picked a date. Stop going back. Wait, is that not
no? Because what I'm saying is, if we change the year of when we have the reason,
we're not changing the year. We picked the year. We picked the date. We picked the time. We picked the. Come on. The only thing left now is you know. Do we go and get it done next week, the week after, and then the wedding which is for you guys, you know? But just so you know, if you realize they're just randomly starting a fight with you, that's because I'm trying to narrow the list down. And if I start a fight with you now, and hopefully it's a bad fight, you'll hold a grudge and you won't want to come to the wedding.
A day's so corny,
bro. You gotta use whatever you can do.
Yeah, so that's the only thing we really going back and forth on. It's not even us. On the intimate thing, it's just the
when do we want to do the other thing? You know?
And then how intimate are we trying to do this?
Because our family and friends are so, like Vicky said, that even intimate is like,
even intimate.
There's certain people that have to be there,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So that's what's happening. Some people now probably like, they lying. They like, no, but the one thing we agree on is we want to get married.
Yeah, that's really all I care about.
And we ourselves, I'm going to say it's weird, but not that we're not big on weddings. We're not big on certain aspects of weddings that I feel get lost when people just have these grand whatever. No offense to anybody who has that. And there's certain things there's certain vibe and energy we want when we have our wedding.
Yeah, and then you know what too? I realized I just hate having to even give any of this thought. Like the minute one of my chats, I was like, oh, so have you picked like a wedding scheme or like the color scheme? And I'm like, I need a nap. Well, they's like, so can you like come up with some kind of like, you know, guest list of this number of people? I'm like, I need a nap. Like, I need a nap for all of it because I get so stressed out about it because I don't care. Yeah. And so like wanting to make me care about things that I don't care will cause me to stress out. I'm immediately like, I clocked out. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Whatever it is that we decide to do as for our guests, just come. Just show up. Because trust me, that's how much thought we probably put into it. Just come. I don't want you guys to be stressed. I don't want you to get there and think, okay, now, I'll let you know now, just come for a party.
Yeah, like
that's what we want. Just come for it. Because it's a celebration. It's not.
I just want it to be like.
Here's the agenda. Like, just come and celebrate.
Yeah, I just really don't care about.
So we want to be able to set that setting, that vision when we do have the wedding, if and when we do have the grandeur or whatever.
That's already like.
But we will be getting married, you know, because that's what we want to do.
Yeah.
Oh, that was lame. I'm joking.
I'm just like, oh, that already sounds like so much work. I just don't want to do the work.
Everyone now was like, are they serious? What the hell is wrong? We was looking forward to a wedding next year.
Yo, somebody did tell me that.
I know a couple people already like started doing their own seating arrangements for our wedding.
What?
My aunt and my cousin, they're like, we got to sit together. Oh, I was like, I'm putting y'all across the room. My cousin was like, you don't want us coming across the room to each other with jokes.
No, it's nothing that I just don't care about that stuff. The hard thing is this intimate thing, right? Like, I still want everyone included. Like, I want to celebrate that.
Intimate for us is 200 people.
Yes. Intimate is like 200 people.
And the best.
And about 180 of those are family.
The best way to do it is no one.
I know, and that sucks. But that's, that's the part where I'm like going back and forth with. But other than that, I don't care about any of that stuff.
So, long story short, Vicky and Ode are engaged.
We're engaged. Wow.
Vicky's my fiance.
Fiance.
I'm Vicky's fiance. I believe that's how you say it.
That is fiance, yes.
Fiance. So, from now on, call her my fiance. I'm waiting for Vicky. Actually, no, I'm not her fiance yet. I'm waiting for her to propose and put her ring on it.
Yo, okay. Well, it was crazy. I told Ode I actually was going to get him a ring for Father's Day.
And disrespect my manhood.
And I was not, well, first of all, I was not going to get on a knee, but I was going to lean over and give him the ring. And I was going to say, this can be whatever you want. I'll let you decide. And I said, you know what? Don't do it. Don't do it. He's going to feel very pressured. If he's not ready, he's not ready. You're going to come off because of all you've been saying and all this stuff you've been talking about. It's going to come off very like you're pushing him against the wall. Don't do it. And it's so crazy. I'm like, damn, if I would have just went along with it, I could have taken it out and been like, look, we have the same ring.
But I did tell Vicky she has to put a ring on it. Because why is she the only one that gets to run around and show up like, I'm engaged?
Which I have not done to anyone yet.
So Vicky will be getting me a ring at some point.
I will.
And you better have the tripod ready and record it and surprise me.
Anyways.
I'm going to be like, are you serious? Are you sure? Oh my God, I can't breathe. Like,
you're so annoying.
So we're engaged.
We're engaged.
And that is the series finale of the You Me We podcast. I'm joking.
We do have a podcast on cue.
Yeah, so next week's episode was recorded a while back.
Which is the one I was talking about last week. Yeah. Like, oh my God, you guys, this is crazy.
Yeah.
It is a crazy ass podcast.
I'm interested to know. Well, you guys will hear it. I'm interested to know like what happened. Since
Where are
then.
we
'Cause
now?
It's been like 2 weeks, I think, right? Let's see if our guest
No, like a week.
stuck to
Because we recorded
stood
last
to his
week.
word, stuck to his word, whatever.
Oh, by the time we air, yes,
Yeah,
it would have
yeah,
been
yeah.
like 2 weeks and some
Yeah.
change. So definitely, yeah, but it is gonna be crazy.
So for those who are watching us on video right now, we're gonna plug in the video right here so you guys can see it. And some of the clips we're gonna post, we'll kind of do some commentary over it. But thank you
Yeah.
guys, and we'll keep you all posted on the festivities.
Wait.
Go ahead.
One thing I didn't say. Okay, so what really, really took me back, right, was that Ode checked my calendar to make sure that my manicure was close to the day.
Because I need to ask. So Vicky is serious about her manicure.
I am. I don't miss it for anything. Yo, I was in the hospital after having my son, calling my nail girl like, yo, okay, they said I was gonna be out by Friday, so I'll be there Friday at 3:00. Then on like Friday, I'm like, they won't let me out. She's like, you could just come whenever you can. I'm like, no.
I've definitely seen people look at wedding ring or engagement ring photos that somebody might post online, and I've heard people comment, "Oh, she didn't have her nails done that day, whatever." So I always knew that if I ever propose to Vicky or whenever I do propose, I need to make sure her nails are popping because she's gonna be taking pictures, and I know how women are. So I checked. Two things. I knew she was coming to the wedding.
Yeah.
So I knew she would get her nails done. And I checked her calendar, which we have our shared calendars.
Yeah.
And I saw she had an appointment like Wednesday, maybe, or Thursday. So I was like, all right, her nails are gonna be popping. So whenever she takes pictures,
they were fresh.
the ring's gonna pop,
growth,
and her nails gonna pop. And that same day, she went to the store, and somebody said,
"Oh yeah, that same day I went to the store, and they were like, oh my God, I love your ring. It's so beautiful." I'm like,
I thought you said your ring and your nails. She said,
no, she said my ring. My ring looks beautiful.
I thought you said ring and nails.
But
okay.
but I did get a lot of compliments on my nails.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
so
the ring accentuated.
That was one thing. And the other was after I stared at the ring, I really noticed. I was like, yo, he totally like took into account the things that I was talking about. Like he totally took into account. So when he told me that he had, looked through my Pinterest board, I was like, I don't remember pinning this. And it was so crazy because the first pin, I don't even remember pinning it. It was a girl with the same color manicure with the same ring on in my Pinterest board. And then I started looking at all the rings and I was like, oh my God, that is the repetitive style in my board. That's nuts. So even that was just such like, it was so much more like overpowering than, oh my God, the ring. Like when Ode proposed, I didn't even look at the ring. I was just looking at Ode and I kept looking up and around because I didn't think it was real. So I'm like, I didn't see the ring until we were already walking to the car. Like and then I got a chance to stare at it because Ode had to drive because I was trembling so bad. I couldn't even put the key in the ignition.
You want me to drive? She's like, yeah, you should drive. But anyways, so that has been this episode of the You, Me, We podcast, hosted by a newly engaged couple.
Yeah.
Or the future Mr. and Mrs. Ode Huppy.
Oh, I was about to be like, you're not going to do it.
What, my full name?
Yeah.
I love my full name. As soon as I get famous, I'm dropping my last name on paper, legacy. But I always said I would go by like Ode Lafreniere if I was.
Because it rhymes?
Oh, yeah. But anyways, episode 38 of the You, Me, We podcast. It's my fiance.
Fiance.